All right, so let's do it. Come onto your mat, come into your space, and with your blanket, just fold it up so that it kind of looks like this, more or less, right? Place it onto the back of your mat and come to sit down. And you're gonna come in a seated cross-legged position. Place your hands gently onto your lap, sit up nice and tall, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And now just take a nice steady breath, inhaling, exhaling, breathing in, and breathing out. Take a couple of more breaths right here. Bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center in Anjali Mudra. Bow the chin towards the hands and towards your heart, and start to flicker open the eyes. Namaste, everybody. Once again, thank you guys for being here. So take your hands on the ground in front of you. You can be up on your fingertips, okay, so that you create a bit more space for your body to move forward. Start to walk your hands out. You'll notice that as you exhale, you'll release air from the lungs. You'll create a bit more space in the trunk area for you to fold forward. Eventually, when you can't walk the hands forward anymore, just let your head rest down. And try to keep your sitting bones planted, on your blanket or on your mat. Now start to walk your hands over to the right. So eventually your trunk is going to be over your thigh. When your arms are framing your leg, like you're making a V with your arms, I want you to pick up the belly a little bit and then walk the hands over even more. You're going to shift your trunk a little bit over to the right, and then you're going to start to walk your hands out a little bit, as much as you can. It won't be very much. And then you can rest your head down. And then perhaps see if you can walk the hands over even more. So the left hand is going to walk over. Maybe that left hand will come in line with your right knee. And your right hand can go somewhere behind you, okay? So imagine that it's kind of behind that right hip point. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bend your elbows nice and wide so that you can pull your trunk down a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And let it go. Walk your hands back through center. Sit up nice and tall. And then switch the crossing of your shins. So bring the opposite shin in front. Take your fingertips on the ground in front of you and walk your hands forward. Again, you can really use your exhale to walk the hands out. Keep it, bringing your awareness to your sitting bones so that they stay rooted down. And eventually the head can rest down. Now start to walk your hands over to the left. When your arms are framing your knee and kind of making this V shape, I want you to pick up the belly a little bit, shift your trunk over to the left, and then you're going to begin to rotate as you walk your hands out. Let your head rest down. Bring your awareness to your right sitting bone as it stays rooted down, and then you can start to walk your hands over a little bit more. So your right hand will start to walk over again. Maybe it gets in line with your left kneecap. And then your left hand can kind of travel back behind you, kind of on a diagonal from your left hip point. As you exhale, let your elbows bend nice and wide and out to the side as you start to rotate. Deep breath in and full breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back through center. This time you can just place your palms on the mat and crawl over your feet and come to tabletop. Okay, so you can now remove the blanket, just put it off to the side. Okay, we won't need it till the end. And you're gonna come to your cows and cats. Okay, so as you inhale, let's lower the belly down towards the mat, open up your chest and throat. And as you exhale, round your spine as you press the floor away and gaze at your belly. So as you inhale, lower the belly down. I want you to bring your shoulder blades towards one another as the heart goes forward. Exhale to round. Continue to move just like this with your cows and your cats. Okay, moving at your own pace, move with your breath. And now is a good time to hit play on the first song of that playlist. And if you're using your own music, that's perfectly okay. You can hit play on the first song. And then you can start to take any movement in your tabletop position. So you might move a little bit from side to side or around in circles, whatever feels necessary. And now begin to steady your movement in your tabletop. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Walk your knees back a little bit. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Okay, so could be your first downward facing dog of the day. So take your time, pedal out your feet, shake your hips, shake your head. Again, just take whatever movements right here that might feel necessary for you, that might feel good for you. And then just begin to steady your movement in your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale it out to a plank. Exhale, pike the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale out to plank. As you exhale, lower your knees, shift forward, lower your belly all the way down to the mat. We're gonna take a wide cobra to start. So point your toes on the mat, widen your feet, and then widen your hands. Come to your fingertips, okay? Take about 3 or 4 breaths to peel the chest away from the mat. So you'll inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, just lower down a little bit. And then do that a few more times, okay? You can come up a little bit higher each time. Maybe some of you will straighten out the arms. You might hang out, lifting the chest off the mat and stay there for a couple of breaths. And then we're all gonna take another inhale. And as you exhale, lay your heart forward and down. Tuck your toes, plant your palms, downward facing dog. Now inhale your right leg up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. I want you to fold your legs. So really bring your calf towards your hamstring and then open up your hip. Now when you open up your hip for today, I want you to start to look underneath your right armpit, firm your left buttocks in, firm your left shoulder in, and imagine your trunk is like a barrel. You're trying to get the left side of the body under the right as you look to the right. One more breath in. And as you exhale, square everything off, step your right foot in between your hands, low lunge. Lower the back knee down. You can untuck your toes right here. Keep your left hand down, take your right hand to your thigh, and as you inhale, extend the chest forward, and as you exhale, press on your thigh and begin to turn the trunk to the right. Once again, imagine your trunk is like a barrel. You want to spin the left side of the body underneath the right. And then take your right hand up to the sky. Tuck your back toes and lift up your back knee. And now bring your right palm forward and shift your arm over your ear. Hold right here. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Straighten your front leg, walk your hands, pivot your feet to the left for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. For this forward fold, just, do whatever feels good. You might grab your shins or ankles. You might walk your hands forward or, keep your hands under your shoulders or in line with your feet. But wherever you are, see if you can allow the head to relax, the muscles of your neck to relax. On your next inhale, walk your hands underneath your shoulders and lift your chest. Walk the hands, pivot the feet to the front of the room into a low lunge. Inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into your back knee, and then spring your left foot up to meet your right foot. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Now, take your feet apart, about inner hip width distance. That's about 2/5, okay? Keep your left hand on the ground. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, and take your right hand up to the sky for a twist. If you can't reach the ground, you can take your left hand onto your left shin as you reach this right hand up. Now listen carefully. Internally rotate your right arm. So take your palm to the back of your face and then swim your right arm back behind you and then bring your left arm back as well so that you can interlace your fingers. But use your knuckles as a driver to the left so that your chest can go to the right. One more inhale. Keep the clasp, just forward fold as you exhale. So now the clasp goes straight to the sky. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Heel toe your feet together now. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over your head for Urdhva. Bring the palms together and pull the prayer in front of heart center. Now rise to the balls of your feet. So lift your heels way up. And then you're going to lower the feet down to your heels so that you come into a toe stand. So come all the way down. Keep your legs glued together and try to keep the inner edges of your feet together, okay? Now take your hands forward, right? You're going to have a little bit of fun with this. So start to hinge forward. Bring the belly to meet your thighs. Keep leaning forward as you start to lower your heels towards the mat. And then you're going to come to a boat pose. So see if you can slow that down as you lower the feet and lift your feet. Now, for some of you, you might be grabbing onto your hamstrings. That's perfectly okay. But if you can extend those arms forward. Take one more full breath. Now, listen carefully. You're going to come onto your back and you're going to start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Okay? From here, I want you to see if you can roll up to your seat. I want you to press your left shin down, press your right foot down, and then step back to a plank. And that might be graceful or maybe a little less graceful, but we'll do it a couple times. From here, shift forward, and as you exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale to lift your chest for a low cobra. Hold your low cobra. And on an exhale, lower down, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg nice and high to the sky. Fold your leg and then open up your hip. So firm your right buttocks and firm your right shoulder in as you start to peer underneath your left armpit. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, square everything off and step your left foot in between your hands for a low lunge. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes, and bring your left hand on top of your thigh. As you inhale, extend the chest forwards. And as you exhale, start to turn your trunk to the left. And then bring your left hand up to the sky. Tuck your back toes and lift up the back knee so that we're in that low lunge twist. And then bring your left palm forward and shift your arm over your ear and then hold. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Straighten your front leg. Walk your hands, pivot the feet to your right. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, fold. Right? Maybe you do what you did before. Maybe you do something different in this forward fold. Let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale. Exhale. Now take your hands under your shoulders, lift your chest, and then walk your hands, pivot your feet to the right. To the left, to the front of your mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into the back knee, and then spring your right foot up to meet your left, forward fold. Heel toe your feet apart, about inner hip width distance, okay? Keep your right hand down, bend your right knee, straighten the left leg, left hand up to the sky for that twist. Again, option to place the hand onto your shin. And now you're gonna take your palm to the back of your space, and I want you to swim the left arm back behind you. And then bring your right hand back as well and interlace the fingers. Drive your knuckles to the right so that the chest can open to the left. Now take one more inhale. Keep the clasp, forward fold as you exhale, go center. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Heel toe the feet together, all the way together. And then inhale, sweep your arms up and over the head, Urdhva Bahasana. Palms together and pull the prayer right in front of heart center. Keep your legs glued together as you rise up to the balls of your feet. And then lower your feet all the way down to your heels. So we're in this toe stand. Now extend your hands forward and now hinge forward. Belly connects to your thighs. Keep leaning forward as you start to lower your heels and then lower your feet for your boat pose, Navasana. Legs together, again, option to grab onto those hamstrings. Let's take one more full breath. As we rock back and forth, just try to take the opposite shin down and plant the opposite foot, okay? So start to rock and roll back and forth along the length of your spine. And then perhaps you find enough momentum to come forward, press your right shin down, plant your left foot, and then step back to a plank. Shift forward and then start to lower all the way down. One breath right here. Inhale, lift, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now start to take small steps up to the top of your mat where your feet will come up to meet your hands. We're gonna meet in a forward fold. And so once you get to the top, just be there, okay? You'll heel toe your feet together. Now bend your knees a lot and start to roll all the way up. One vertebra at a time. Your shoulders and your head are the last to arrive. We meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. Now, as you inhale, let's sweep the arms around and up to the sky, palms together. And as you exhale, let's take it down the center as we forward fold. Inhale your left foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. And as you exhale, if you're ready, chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog, maybe cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I'm cueing chaturanga up dog, but you can come to the belly and come through cobra. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Step your right foot through in between your hands. Inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into the back knee. Spring your left foot up to meet your right. Land the foot right next to the right. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over the head, Urdhva Bahasana, palms together. Exhale, take it down the center as we forward fold over the legs. Inhale your right foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. And as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot through in between your hands. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Spring your right foot up to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky, Urdhva Bahasana, palms together. Exhale, take it down the center as we forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. And as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot through in between your hands. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Exhale, spring your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky, Urdhva Bahasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot to the back of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands. Inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into the back knee. Exhale, spring your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now stay and breathe in your downward dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Bring your big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale to bend the knees, look between your hands, and at the bottom of your exhale, either walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, forward fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot to the back of your mat. And exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale it out to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Deep breath in and full breath out. Bring the big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale, bend the knees, look up. At the bottom of your exhale, walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, bring the arms high to the sky for Urdhva Hasana, palms together. Now slide the prayer in front of heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. On your next inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, lower your feet, and lift your hands high to the sky. Now, if your arms are in a V position as opposed to being straight up, biceps right next to the ears, that's okay. You can open it up a little bit. Now, let's take a deep breath in. Forward fold on your breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, hop or walk back, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Option, if you want to take it through a vinyasa, we're going to meet back in downward facing dog. Let's all take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Now inhale your right leg up to the sky. Step your right foot through in between your hands. Extended side angle. So spin your back heel down. If you can leave your hand on the ground, have it on the inside of your shin. Your left hand will go up, and then your hand will start to go over your ear, okay? Again, I want you to imagine your body is like a barrel. Your trunk is like a barrel. Firm your right buttock in, firm your right shoulder in. You can use the leg to help you do that. Then you can start to look up. Now, bring your left hand to the back of your space, and then stand up tall, warrior two, rise it up. Now inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot your right toes in, interlace the hands behind your low back. Inhale, drive your knuckles down, and as you exhale, fold, let your knuckles go nice and high. One breath, inhale, and as you exhale, lower your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of your space, downward facing dog. Option, inhale it out to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands, extended side angle. So spin the back heel down. If your hand is on the ground already, just keep it on the inside of your shin. Your right hand is gonna come up and over, right? So the other option is right here on the thigh. Imagine your trunk is like a barrel. Start to rotate your left rib cage up towards the sky. Now bring your right arm, so the top arm, to the back of your space, and then stand up, warrior two. As you inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot the left toes in, interlace your fingers behind your back. Now drive your knuckles down and fold with your knuckles nice and high. One breath, inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of your space, downward facing dog. Option, inhale it out to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg nice and high to the sky. Step the right foot through in between your hands, extended side angle. Back heel down, right? Again, if the hand is on the ground, it's on the inside of your shin as that left hand goes up and over. Again, it needs to be more up to the sky to alleviate some pressure or congestion in the neck. That's okay. Now you're going to take your left hand to the back of your space. Warrior two, stand up nice and tall. Straighten your front leg, pivot your right toes in, interlace the hands behind your low back. Drive your knuckles down on the inhale. Go forwards as you exhale, knuckles high. One breath, inhale. Release your hands as you exhale, listen carefully. Walk your hands to the back of your space, peaceful warrior, okay? So open up left hip, left toes. Cartwheel your hands up as you lean it back. Extended side to the back of your mat. You can take either forearm to side or your hand down to the ground, okay? Now, take an inhale. We're going to stay facing the back of the room or back of the space, downward facing dog. So left foot, step it back. Option, inhale out to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Step your left foot through in between your hands, extended side angle from the ground up, back heel down. Right arm goes up and over. Now take your right hand back, stand up tall, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot left toes in, interlace your hands. Drive your knuckles down and use your exhale to go forward as your knuckles go nice and high. One more inhale. Exhale to release your hands down to the mat. Now extend it peaceful to the front of your mat, okay? So open up right hip, right toes, cartwheel your hands up and back. And as you exhale, let's land it into extended side to the front of your space. Right hand down, left hand up and over. Now we'll stay facing this way. One more inhale. Hands to the mat, down dog as you exhale. Again, option, inhale it out to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Last time we're here. Step the right foot in between your hands. Extended side angle, back heel down, right? If you haven't taken your hands down, now is a good time to take that hand down to the ground. Now take your left hand to the back. Stand up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot the right toes in, interlace your hands. Drive the knuckles down and then fold forward as the knuckles go nice and high. One more inhale. Release your hands to the mat as you exhale. Now walk it to the left, peaceful warrior. Open up left hip, left toes, cartwheel the hands up and back. Let's take it into extended side angle. Left side forward. Left hand down. Right hand up and over. We're layering on from here. Okay, so inhale. Through wide leg forward fold. Swoop the arm across the face. Go all the way to the right. So all the way to the front of your space for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Launch yourself forward. Plant your right hand. Now, when you start to get on your right foot, I want you to firm the right side of your body underneath the left. Remember, your trunk is like a barrel. Right? I want you to rotate the right under the left so that you can start to open up the chest to the side. Try to take this left hand up as that will allow the chest to open up a little bit more. One more inhale. Low lunge as you exhale. Hand down, foot down. Now listening carefully. Right hand up to the sky. Low lunge twist. Side plank. Come to the outer blade of your left foot. You can take a supported version. Heel toe that right foot towards the center of the mat. Toes face, the side. Or stack your right foot on top of your left. Firm your tailbone in right here. I still want you to firm the left shoulder underneath the right. You start to open the chest and then bring your right palm forward and shift your arm over your ear. One more breath. Downward facing dog, step wide. Let's skip the vinyasa right here. Just take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Last time, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot through in between your hands. Extended side angle. Hand to the mat on the inside of your shin. Right hand goes up and over. Now take your right hand to the back. Stand up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot your left toes in, interlace your hands. Bring the shoulder blades together, knuckles down, and then go forward as your knuckles go high. One more inhale. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Walk to the right. Peaceful warrior, right hip nice and open. Cartwheel the hands up and back. And then let's take it into our extended side angle to the back of our space. Right hand down, left hand up and over. Okay? So we're about to walk to the front. So take an inhale. Through wide leg forward fold to the front of your space, all the way to the left. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So come forward. Again, once you plant that left hand down, you might be up on the fingertips if you don't have a block. Firm your left buttocks in, so the left hip point comes in. The left rib cage is going to barrel underneath the right, and then you're going to firm the left shoulder in as well. And then you can try taking this right hand up to the sky. One more inhale. Low lunge as you exhale. Now low lunge twist. Left hand goes up to the sky. You got to firm that right shoulder in already. And then side plank from here. Outer blade of your right foot. Heel toe the left foot in a little bit. Maybe you stay, but maybe you go ahead and stack the left on top of the right. When you do that, firm your tailbone in. It's going to feel like you're kind of pressing your glutes forward. Bring your left palm forward and shift your arm over your ear. Take one more inhale. Step wide, down dog as you exhale. And then just stay and breathe, okay? Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's switch it up right here. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Now step the right foot between your hands, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. You're gonna step right into it. Use the momentum, right? And then barrel roll your trunk, right side under the left hand goes up. All right, now from here, chair pose. So square off your hips, lower your left foot right next to the right, bend your knees, and reach your hands up to the sky. From here, bring your palms to meet in front of heart center. Now rise up to the balls of your feet, lift your heels. Lower your feet down to your heels as we come into that toe stand. Start to extend your hands forward, hinge forward, belly to your thighs. Keep going forward as you start to lower your heels, lower your feet into boat, okay? So now, again, we're gonna take that forward and back rolling motion, but this time it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna come to standing split. So just keep in mind, you're gonna lower the left shin, plant your right foot, okay? We'll have fun with it, and if it's not that graceful, again, it's okay. So let's start to rock and roll back and forth, back and forth. Do it 3 or 4 times, and then perhaps you have enough momentum. Lower left shin, right foot, standing split. Press it up. Extend your left heel back. So when I say standing split, right, I want you to walk your hands back so that your belly is close to your thigh and let your head rest down, right? As opposed to having the chest forward. We want the trunk to be going down. Now, if you want, you can plant your palms right here. Take a couple of handstand hops, really press the floor away. Otherwise, I want you to stay in your standing split for a few more breaths. Deep breath in and full breath out. One more inhale. And eventually, we're all gonna lower our back foot down. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From your downward dog, walk your toes back about 2 or 3 inches. So you might have to do this one at a time. Inhale, come forward, up and over your toes, right into upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Step your left foot through in between your hands. Right up into Ardha Chandrasana. So left hand down. Again, I want you to twist towards your right as your right hand comes up to the sky. All right, let's take it to our chair. Square everything off. Lower your right foot right next to your left foot. Bend your knees, reach your hands up to the sky. And then pull your palms together in front of heart center. Come to the balls of your feet as you lower your feet down to your heels. Toe stand. Last time we're doing this, extend your hands forward. We want you to hinge forward, bring the belly to meet your thighs, and then keep leaning forward as you start to lower your heels down, come right into your boat pose, Navasana. So again, just keep in mind, it's the left foot that we're planting this time, okay? So when you feel nice and ready, let's start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. If you find enough momentum, you're gonna plant your right shin, left foot for standing split. Press off the ground as you extend your right heel back. Walk your hands back so that they're, again, more in line with your foot, and you can allow your head to go down. And if there's a little bend, in my leg, right? So if there's a bend, that's okay. You can just have the essence of really straightening out your leg. If you planted the palms before and took some handstand hops, you might do that now. Or you'll stay and breathe in your standing split. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Now, lower your back foot down. We all meet in downward facing dog. Walk your toes back 2 or 3 inches. Inhale, come forwards, up and over your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really use the low belly to pike the hips up and back. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Bring your big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale to bend the knees, look between your hands. At the bottom of your exhale, walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale halfway and exhale forward fold. Now inhale, bring the arms high to the sky for Urdhva Hasana, Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, tee open your arms, so reach them to the right and left side of your space. We're gonna come into eagle. So eagle, wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Okay, so you're gonna press at the elbows, cross at the wrist. If you can bring your palms together, bring the palms together, otherwise back to the hands, right? Or you can give yourself a hug. That's gonna work as well. Take your shoulder blades away from one another, okay? So that your elbows will go forward and slightly up. And then eagle wrap your left leg around your right leg. So you're gonna do a single wrap or the double wrap, and then you can start to bend your knees. Now, for today, we're gonna go compact. So you're gonna bend your knees, lower your feet, and then you're gonna round your spine. Really pull the belly button up and towards the spine as you start to bring your elbows towards your knees. And I want you to think about becoming compact, but at the same time, staying really spacious in the back side of the body. Now inhale, stand up tall. You'll unravel left knee to the chest, arms to the sky. Lower your left foot right next to your right foot. Bring your right hand down to the outside of your right thigh. So your palm is literally on the outside of your thigh. Keep it there as you start to come into chair pose with your left hand extended, okay? Now, as you exhale, I want you to push on your thigh as you start to rotate to the left, to the right, and hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh. And then you're gonna bring your right palm on top of your left. Right, so now your belly is very close to your thighs, but I still want you to think about that barreling action of your torso. So keep trying to get the left rib cage under the right, left shoulder under the right. The arm against the leg will help you do that. Now look down, come to the ball of your left foot and step your left foot to the back of your mat. It might happen in one step or a couple of steps. Option if you want to lower your back knee down right here or keep it lifted. And then you can experiment with extending your arms away from one another. Can you continue to find that barreling action of your torso? Can you keep the collarbones nice and broad? One more inhale. Release your hands to the mat as you exhale. From here, you can pick the back knee up if it's down, straighten your front leg, and walk your hands, pivot the feet to your left. wide leg forward fold. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to fold. Now this time, you can plant your hands or be up on your fingertips, but as you exhale, you can let your elbows go wide as you start to pull your trunk and the crown of the head towards the mat. Now walk your hands under your shoulders and then walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room. From here, inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into the back knee. Now bring your left foot up to meet your right. You're gonna have them right next to one another. We're gonna come into Malasana from here. So traditional Malasana, you're gonna lower your feet to the heel and then widen your knees and walk your hands out in between your legs. Okay, you can be up on your fingertips, and I want you to imagine that like the back side of your body is really spacious as you start to walk your hands forward and become really compact in the front side of the body. Option if you want to take the arm balance crow, Bakasana. So you can slide your hands back, your elbows will go wide for a moment. You can connect the knees towards your armpits and then wrap your elbows in. Come to the balls of your feet. So really lift your feet up and then start to shift forward and fold your legs as you lift your toes from the mat and bring your heels towards your butt. Now, wherever you are, if you're in crow, just lower your feet down. We're all gonna bring the knees together and just fold. So lower your heel as you lift your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Tadasana, mountain pose. Tee open your arms to the right and left side of the room or space, wherever you are. And then you're gonna eagle, wrap your right arm underneath your left. Okay? Again, whatever you did before, palms, back of the hands, or maybe a hug. Move your shoulder blades away from one another so that your elbows will go forward. And then you're gonna eagle wrap right leg around your left, okay? So single wrap or double wrap if you can get the toes around your calf. And then you'll bend your knees, lower your feet. And then we're gonna start to round our spine as we pull the belly button up in towards the spine and bring the elbows towards the knees. Again, think compact in the front side of the body, but so that we can find spaciousness in the back side of the body. Now, as you inhale, stand up nice and tall, unravel, right knee towards the belly, hands to the sky, lower right foot next to your left, bring your left hand to the outside of your left thigh, okay? Come into chair from here, so bend your knees, keep your right hand reaching up, and as you exhale, you're gonna push on your left thigh so that you can twist to your left and get nice leverage, and then bring your left hand on top of your right. Again, now feel your belly is really connected to your thighs. I want you to almost imagine that you're trying to like get your belly button to move along your thighs and even past the thighs as you rotate. And then look down, come to the ball of your right foot and then slide your right foot back. Again, maybe one step, a couple of steps or more than that. You'll land in that twisted prayer lunge, maybe back knee lowers, do whatever you did before. And then perhaps explore with extending your arms away from one another. Right, so now your thigh is really like up in your business, but that's okay. It might be a little bit harder to breathe. But again, I want you to keep thinking of that barreling action. One more breath. And bring your hands down to the mat. Straighten your legs, walk the hands, pivot the feet to your right. Wide leg forward fold. And as you exhale, just let the crown of the head go down. Again, your elbows can go nice and wide. If it feels better for you to be holding onto your shins and taking your elbows wide, you can do that as well. Or you know, have your palms down or have your fingertips down. On your next inhale, lift your chest up, walk the hands, pivot the feet to the front of the room, low lunge. Inhale, straighten your front leg, bend into the back knee, and then spring your right foot up to meet your left. Legs are right next to one another. So Malasana is you lower your feet to your heels and then widen your knees out and walk your hands out. If you feel like your legs are really splayed out in this position, I do want you to find a little bit of activation in the inner thighs, just so that it's like your thighs are kind of cradling your trunk, okay? And again, compact in the front side of the body so that you can find spaciousness in the back side of the body. And then option to take the arm balance. So plant your palms, slide your hands back, your elbows will naturally go out. You can do that so that you can connect your knees towards your armpits, but then I want you to wrap everything in, wrap the elbows in, bring your knees in, and then shift forward and fold your legs, right? I really want you to think about bringing your calf towards your hamstring. Now this time, wherever you're from, if you're in crow, you can hop it back or you know, step it back. If you're in Malasana, same thing. You can step or hop right back. Option if you want to take it through a vinyasa. We're going to meet into a child's pose. Lower the shins, lower your feet. And then walk your hands in towards your knees and sit up nice and tall. So now you're going to grab on to your blanket and you're going to have it towards the back of your mat. All right. You can have your legs go forward, you know, however you want to do that. You can prostrate at the ankles and come over, just simply swing your legs around. Okay. And then from here, you're going to extend your legs forward. So extend both legs long in front of you. And then try to take your legs as close together as you can, okay? So you don't want them to be apart at all. Bring them as close together. And then you're gonna fold your right leg, right? So again, make sure the blanket's right underneath your sitting bones. So fold your right leg, so take the knee towards the sky, and then you're gonna grab your shin, you're gonna fold it even more. I want you to think about bringing your calf towards your hamstring and the heel of your foot as close to the blanket or whatever it is you're sitting on, as close to the sitting bone as you possibly can get. Okay, and then try to keep the activity in the inner thigh so that this knee doesn't bow out. You want to really keep it nice and close to your torso. Take your right hand behind you, right? Imagine, you know, think about that twist that we were doing at the beginning of class where you walk the hand back. And then from here, I want you to inhale, lift your left hand up, slightly lean back so you can bend your right elbow to the back of your face to make some space for your belly to move. And then as you exhale, you're really going to twist to the right and hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So we're in Marichyasana 3, okay? Now inhale, and as you exhale, bend your right elbow nice and wide as you twist. Again, we're in this position where the belly is close to your thigh. So imagine that your belly button is moving along your thigh. The skin of your belly is moving along your thighs and past the thigh. You can pull the shoulder blades together. One more breath. Come back to center. Let your right leg go nice and long. Just kind of allow yourself to return to this starting pose or starting position. And then you're going to fold your left leg. So bring your knee to the ceiling. Grab your shin and then fold your left leg a lot. Again, keep the activity in your inner thigh so that your knee stays up to the ceiling or sky. Take your left hand behind you, right? And be up on your fingertips. As you inhale, reach your right hand up and you can start to lean back. And as you exhale, you're going to really twist to your left and hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your back elbow nice and wide. Use the arm against your leg. So it feels like you're using that leg as leverage to to really twist your trunk to the left. One more breath. Come back to center. Extend both legs nice and long on the mat. And then you can come off of your blanket or whatever you're sitting on. Extend your hands forward and then begin to lower all the way down to the mat, nice and slow. Once your back touches down, once your head touches down, bend your knees so that the soles of your feet are on the ground. We're gonna work towards a couple of back bends right here, just two, okay? We'll start with a bridge pose. So walk your heels back enough so that you can tickle the heels with your hands. And as you inhale, lift your feet up, really firm your tailbone in as you lift the feet, and then walk your shoulder blades together underneath your body. See if you can allow the throat space to remain nice and open, right? No congestion right there. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower your feet down to the mat. And so we're going to move towards a final back bend. And if you want, you can progress to a full wheel. If you want to stay with bridge, you can absolutely stay with bridge, okay? So if you're going to come to a full wheel, you're going to bring your palms behind your shoulders, fingers facing forward. You can have your fingers kind of facing towards the sides of your mat a little bit. So as you inhale, you're going to press into your hands and feet, come to the crown of the head. And then on an exhale, you're going to press the hands and feet down as you really start to lift. Keep firming your tailbone in. Keep bringing the shoulder blades together as the heart now goes towards the back of your space. Take one more inhale. Keep the chest station lifted as you start to lower the crown of your head. And then you can tuck your chin and lower all the way down. Walk your feet out a little bit and then widen your feet and let your knees knock in. Your hands can be next to you. They can be on your belly. Just take a few deep breaths. And then you can windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And from here, we're just going to take one final pose of happy baby. So you can bring your knees towards your armpits, put the soles of your feet up and grab onto the outer edges of your feet and just rock it back and forth or side to side a few times. And slowly, one by one, you can release your feet down to your mat and extend your legs nice and long along your mat. Arms by your side. Close your eyes for your final pose of Shavasana. I'll cue you when it's time to return. And so now you can begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Drop your head from side to side. When you're ready, you can bend your knees and then start to work your way over to one side. And from your side, you can push yourself up to a nice tall seat towards the front of your space, wherever that may be. Once you get up, bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center, just joining the palms. Bow the chin towards the hands and towards your heart, feeling in all of your efforts here today. We'll end our class with a final breath together. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Thank you so much for joining me this morning and for allowing our connection to stay alive, even from a distance. You can open up the eyes. Namaste.